Welcome to the Accelerated Investor Podcast with Josh Cantwell. If you're looking to retire early with forever passive income, you're in the right place. This podcast is the go-to destination for real estate investors, both active and passive, and multifamily apartment investors, both new, intermediate, and advanced. Now, sit back, listen, learn, and accelerate your business, your life, and your investing with the Accelerated Investor Podcast.
So, hey guys, welcome back. It's Josh Cantwell, your host, and I want to continue our conversation around the 9 traits of elite entrepreneurs. If you've been listening to this series over the last couple of days and weeks, you remember the 9 traits, and today we're going to talk about trait number 2. Just to go backwards one episode, the last episode we talked about elite entrepreneurs, whether they're investing in e-commerce businesses, whether they're investing in real estate, multifamily, whatever it is, they invest for cash flow now, positive cash flow now. That was trait number 1. Trait number 2, which we're going to talk about right now, is this. When I look at elite entrepreneurs and elite real estate investors, 8-figure investors, they all have this trait, which is they have and feel 100% responsible for their own life. Write that down. Elite entrepreneurs feel 100% responsible for everything that happens in their own life. The people that I've witnessed that have elite businesses, elite relationships, that have amazing cash flow, they feel 100% responsible for their own life. Now, what does that mean? Well, the first thing that I think about is that they feel like money, relationships, networks, deal flow is infinite. It's unlimited. And they can always have or make more. Okay. So many people think like, well, money is limited, so I've got to go get my money. There's only so much. So I'm going to go get my money for today, or my money for this week, or my money for this paycheck. And I got to bring it into my bank account, and I got to try not to spend it all. Okay. That's what most people do, especially those people that have a W-2 or people that work for somebody else. Elite entrepreneurs feel like, hey, if I do a deal, if I buy a business, I buy a piece of real estate, or I invest in a property, if I get cash flow now, there's always another deal. So those deal flows are infinite. They're unlimited. They can always make more. They feel like money does grow on trees. It literally grows out of thin air, that there's an unlimited number of relationships out there, and they're responsible. They feel the responsibility to go create that, the responsibility to go create the money, the relationships, and the deal flow, because they are convinced it's out there. Okay. So when you feel this 100% responsibility in your own life, the other thing that I think elite entrepreneurs realize, definitely one of the things that I realize, is that nobody is coming to your rescue, and nobody is going to just pay you. Nobody's coming to your rescue. So when there's a financial problem, or there's a business problem, or a relationship problem, nobody's just going to go fix that for you. Nobody's just going to pay you for it. Nobody's going to just give you enough relationship capital or physical capital to just go fix the problem. No one is coming to your rescue. Okay. Elite entrepreneurs feel 100% accountability for themselves. And in a lot of ways, my dad used to say this to me. He would say, Josh, you were given so much talent. You were giving so much more than you need. Like, you got to go figure out what to do with all of that. So not only do elite entrepreneurs feel accountable for themselves, but they feel accountable for others. So when I wake up and I think about my businesses, when I wake up and think about my family, I think and I know that I am the linchpin that makes it all work. And I feel good by that. I feel accountable to that. I want to be and have the pressure of making sure that I make enough money to feed my family and give them an amazing life and financial independence and, the ability to do whatever we want, whenever we want. But I also feel the same responsibility for our staff, for our employees, for our vendors, for our partners, our property managers, our capital improvement contractors, for our insurance guys, for everybody else. I feel a personal responsibility to them, to help them make an improvement in their life, to help them have a better life, have them a more fulfilling life. And I believe that all the elite entrepreneurs that I know, the people that have been on this podcast, the people that I've had on my stages, the friends and personal friends that I've had, they don't wake up thinking, how do I just pay the bills? They wake up thinking, how do I take care of others? Right? Another sort of part of this, having responsibility for your own life, again, trait number 2 of elite entrepreneurs and elite real estate investors, is they feel 100% responsible for their own life. Because they feel responsible, they also know that they can design and build whatever life they want.
Are you ready to automate and explode your real estate investing? We're searching for extremely motivated individuals who are sick and tired of wasting time and want to finally see real results from their real estate investing business. We're searching for investors looking to get to the next level and become a bigger, better version of themselves while being a more successful real estate investing entrepreneur. Apply for mentoring and coaching at joshcantwellcoaching.com/podcast. That's joshcantwellcoaching.com/podcast.
They say, if I want to live in a treehouse in Costa Rica, I can do that. If I want to live in a flat in downtown London, I can do that. If I want to go buy an island in the Caribbean, that's a pretty big one, I can do that, right? They think I'm going to design and build my own life. And you've heard people on this podcast talk about, getting up and moving to Costa Rica, raising capital, investing in multifamily from South America. Okay. They feel that it's absolutely possible, that it's within their grasp to design and build whatever life they can imagine. Okay. Because they feel responsible for their life. They also think that they can design and build whatever life they want. Might take some time. Okay. Some blood, sweat, and tears, but they can do it. Right. Another part of feeling responsible for your own life is that we make no excuses ever. Let me repeat that. We make no excuses ever. Okay. We use words like, it's my responsibility, I'll handle it. Okay. I should have seen that. I didn't see that coming, but I'll handle it. Okay. Or I didn't think about that, but I'll handle it. It's my responsibility. Okay. It's the ownership of feeling accountable to yourself that allows you to say, well, since I'm responsible, there's no excuses. Excuses always come from the outside. Excuses always come when somebody else screws up and you didn't see it coming and you're like, it's their fault. But, and a lot of times it could be somebody else's fault, but it's still your responsibility because you didn't see it. You didn't have the foresight, the forecasting, the projection to see that this could and should have happened. Okay. So they would use words like, I'll handle it, I'll take care of it. And it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to do the work, but they're going to think through the system to fix it. Okay. We've got new things that pop up in our business every day. I don't think like I'm going to go fix it. What I think about is I'm going to create a system using software, using people that can solve that problem forever so that it never comes up again. Okay. Elite entrepreneurs, again, trait number 2 is they have and feel 100% responsibility for their own life. Also means that they are researchers. They do research. They watch videos. They read white papers. Okay. They listen to podcasts. They do research. They're growing. They're learning all the time because they're responsible for their life. And because they feel like they can design and build their own life, they have a lot of unknowns, right? The unknown of what this future design build life could look like. So they feel this kind of innate inertia that pushes them to learn, to do research, to watch videos, to read, because they feel like that's going to help them get to this new life that they're creating. These elite entrepreneurs also network like crazy. They love people. They love to talk to people. They love to go to conferences, meet new people, get on the phone with people. Because they feel like they're responsible for their own life, they also feel like they know that other people are a part of their life. And there's an infinite amount of people out there. There's 7 billion people in the world, 330 million people in the United States, 2 million people that live in just Cleveland in my backyard, right? There's like 15 million people that live in Ohio, where I'm from. There's seriously an infinite amount of people who could help. There's an infinite amount of people that I can network with, that can invest in our deals, that could joint venture on a deal, that could, impact the next property. And because these elite entrepreneurs only see and feel 100% responsible for their own life, they only see positivity and upside. They only speak in positives. They only speak and think about the future. Okay? If you feel like you're responsible for your own life and you screwed up in the past, that screw up in the past is a lesson that can be used in the future. That lesson, no matter how painful it was, is a positive. It's upside. Like, I've trusted the wrong people, some of them even family, with some of my deals, and they screwed it up royally. Well, who trusted them with that deal to begin with? Who trusted them with the money? Who trusted them to execute? I did. So the pain of that deal, although painful in the moment, is a lesson for the future. You see, when I was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, I could have said, woe is me. Wow, my life sucks. I'm going to die. 7% survival rate. I'm screwed. Nope. Honestly, like this new movie, Top Gun Maverick, is out. Me and my buddies used to laugh, and they would say, hey, man, you got cancer? You got pancreatic cancer? It's just a walk in the park, Kazansky. And you guys that have watched the original Top Gun, you know what I mean. It's just a walk in the park. Those people that are elite entrepreneurs, that's how they feel. That's how they talk. I've observed hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these people accomplishing amazing things. And these are the traits that they have. If you don't got these traits, find a way to incorporate them in your own life. Good luck.
You were just listening to the Accelerated Investor Podcast with Josh Cantwell. If you enjoyed this episode and learned something new, help us build the AI community by leaving a review and 5-star rating on our iTunes podcast channel. Also, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. To see passive investing opportunities, visit freelandventures.com/passive. To start your journey toward the lifestyle you've always dreamed of with multifamily apartments, apply for one-on-one coaching with Josh at www.joshcantwellcoaching.com.